Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt, and tonight we are tasting a little sip-ski of whiskey that isn't just ordinary whiskey. It's bourbon. Tonight, we're going extra deep and extra hard into this golden black bottle made in Cascade Hollow. This is George Dickel 8-year bourbon. Is it made in Tennessee? Yes. Is it whiskey? Yes. Is it Tennessee whiskey? No. Says right here, George Dickel Bourbon Whiskey without an E. Cascade Hollow Distillery, our finest quality bourbon. Because it's their only bourbon. It's got the age statement, aged 8 years. It's charcoal chill filtered, which we don't want. It's handcrafted small batch, because buzzwords are buzzing. To be honest, I kind of dig the golden black. Looks kind of sharp, looks kind of nice. Hopefully the bourbon inside the bottle is worth the price. $35. $35 for this bad boy. This handcrafted small batch bourbon is richly complex, perfected by time, experience, and true craftsmanship. To create something this special, we use local spring water, choose only our best quality grains, and create our own charcoal from sugar maple for our signature chilled charcoal filtration process. Yuck. Once distilled, we age our bourbon gracefully in charred oak. They age it gracefully in charred oak. Now that's what we call smooth sippin' whiskey. Is the first whiskey that George Dickel labeled a bourbon any better than the whiskeys they labeled not bourbon? It's got to be better than Tabasco. This is a Patreon Cork Pop shout out. This Patreon Cork Pop shout out goes out to a man with 4 letters in his first name. But unlike a lot of other 4-letter words, this 4-letter word is good, even though the name isn't good. It's actually Todd. If this man doesn't own a house, he can probably at least rent a tent. His name is Todd Trent. Todd Trent. Thank you for your support on Patreon, brother. Friggin' love it. Let's take this George Dickel bourbon for a spin. Oh, kicking the tires and lighting the fires. Some people would call this a round trip. By the way, this 90 proof bourbon is 90 proof, and I didn't say that before. So now you know. And I know. We all know. That's Ultra George Dickel-y. This George Dickel bourbon smells an awful lot like George Dickel Tennessee whiskey. Quite a bit of citrus. Quite a bit of lemon, quite a bit of citrus coming off of here. Little orange peel. Little chocolate. It smells like George Dickel Tennessee whiskey. I personally don't hate this nose, but I have a feeling I know how the palate goes. And there's only one way to find out. Alright, down the hatch. That tastes just like George Dickel. On the palate, more citrus. Flintstone vitamins are pretty apparent here. Chocolate. It's weird. Sometimes the nose smells decent, and other times it's pungent and not good. Nope, not what? No. Okay, second sip way worse than the first sip. This was a waste of money. No. It's spiky, it's bitter, it's pointy, it's aggressively sharp. It is, I don't know if it's that chill filtration process or what, but they gotta just fix something. Marketing 101. Change words on your label to make people want to buy the label. Business 101. Don't make people buy the label if what's inside the bottle is bad. This isn't good. It's not good. Okay. The mid to back palate on here is just sour, and I was gonna say that I don't necessarily taste the age here, but I'm thinking that there's like on top of the vitamins and on top of the abrasive sharpness that a lot of these Tennessee whiskeys or bourbons have, I feel like there's like a barrel bitterness too. There's like a barrel bitterness on top of the already not great bourbon. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you again. Because shame on you, you son of a bitch. The bottle looks good on the shelf. It would look better in the garbage. My dad used to be a George Dickel drinker. He used to really enjoy George Dickel. And now, the newer stuff, even the stuff that's aged longer, the 15-year stuff, guess what? He doesn't like it. So George Dickel is even changing the mind of people who used to love their products. My dad doesn't buy it anymore. And he used to buy it like a lot. He used to buy it a lot. Now he buys it not. He doesn't buy it anymore because he said it got bad. He said it got bad. And guess what? Not good. I don't like to be this harsh. I want to like it. I do want to like it. But something's got to change. Something needs to change in Cascade Hollow, because that's a badass sounding name. Cascade Hollow, where we make bad whiskey, unfortunately. We're sorry about it. We're super sorry that we make bad whiskey here, but hopefully you buy it anyway and keep giving us chances over and over and over and over and over again and over again. Hate to be a negative Nancy, but don't like it. Not going to be going back to it. It's going to be a shelfer, just going to sit on my shelf for the rest of eternity. And George Dickel bourbon whiskey receives a score of 4.2. 4.2 George Dickel bourbon whiskey. Sorry, not my jam. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey, and like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on changing your name, becoming a new person, and just living a new life. But not changing who you are as a person or anything you do, and not living a new life. Just a new life on the outside, where people wonder if you're different, or wonder who you are now. But when they ask you and talk to you, you're the same old idiot. And you failed miserably at recreating your image and bettering your life. I don't know where I thought of that. I don't know how I thought of that. Don't know how I thought of that. But geez.